Hey there, dream chasers. This is Hannah Pryde, and welcome to Pryde&Shine, your podcast for innovators and influencers of Dubai. Proudly sponsored by Pryde Migration, your #1 relocation service to Dubai. Welcome. How are we, Christie and Jamie?
Good, thank you.
Good, thank you.
Are we all good?
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Anytime. So, just to give everyone a bit of a background, Jamie and Christie moved to Dubai back in 2018?
Yeah. No, we got married in 2018 and then we moved in 2019.
2019 to
Yeah.
Dubai. And since then, you've both started 2 businesses in Dubai, moved a family here, and accelerated from what I know you both from strength to strength, business and personally.
Thank you.
So let us start from the very start. You obviously moved here. What was the main reason you moved to Dubai?
We love Dubai, didn't we? We, like a lot of people, here on holiday a lot.
Yeah, well, I think we were coming to Dubai on holiday for like the last 10 years. And then we wanted to get married to each other. We were looking at getting married in Ibiza, and then that never worked out. So then we started looking at Dubai, and we ended up getting married in Dubai in 2018.
Oh, lovely. Whereabouts did you get married?
At the one and only on the Palm.
Oh my God, how
It was
romantic.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so romantic.
Good memories.
And then
Yes.
did you just not go home after the honeymoon?
We went home and our house was up for sale and it wasn't selling. And then when we got home, it sold. So we took that as a sign, and we'd been talking about moving, and that was the decision then, wasn't it?
Exactly, yeah. After that, we were like, let's just live in Dubai. So yeah.
Crazy.
We sold a house and...
Moved over with Henry. Henry was only one.
Wow.
No Havana,
yeah, we
obviously, at that
actually...
point.
So I had a job lined up, and then 1 week before we were due to fly, that job fell through. And I remember saying to Christie, like, the job fell through, and she started crying. And I was like, it'd be fine, don't worry. And even I was thinking, like, is it going to be fine?
What are we
So
doing?
we were sort of lying to our family and friends saying that I've got this job over there lined up, when actually we didn't. We were just leaving, like, with a dream, really, I guess.
100%.
We didn't want to tell them because they were already so worried, and it wasn't as much of a thing to move at that point. It has definitely accelerated since. So many people move in. So they were concerned, and we thought we would just be adding to the stress by telling them that actually we were moving with no job at all, nothing.
I mean, do you know what? I think since COVID, so many people have moved here. So my parents, I moved here in 2020 during COVID after a holiday. My mum shit herself. She had all her friends on the phones like, tell Hannah no. And I was like, no, it'll be fine. Yeah. So I can't even imagine if I tried to move over here in 2018, what they would have said. Yeah. So to be honest, it's ballsy. But what made you, like, you obviously knew it. You had a passion, you had a dream. I'm guessing you do a lot of manifestation, vision boards. If you've done that, and like, it'll work. Yeah. So you came over here, and then what, did you get a job straight away?
So we went to all the beach clubs for the first month, as you do, with our little boy Henry.
Lived
and
on
then
holiday.
After that month that we'd done them all, then it was like, right, now we need to start working. So the easy route I felt to go down, because I fancied myself as a bit of a salesman, was real estate. So I think I went for 4 interviews in real estate, got offered 3 jobs.
Fantastic.
Ended up working for a company called PH Real Estate.
I've heard of them.
I know they've changed owners now, but previously they were an English company. So I went to work for them, and very quickly, after about 3 to 4 weeks, something wasn't right for me. And I couldn't put my finger on it. And I actually that was the start of me becoming really depressed.
Oh, really? Do you know, it happens a lot with people over here. I don't think people realise Dubai's fantastic. We all believe in it now, especially you guys have been here for so long. But coming over here, there's no minimum wage jobs. It's fight or flight. So I can only imagine if you're going into real estate. I know I've now dipped my toes in it with the way I've gone in through the immigration side. I don't think I could have done it straight real estate because it's hard. And if you didn't know Dubai like the back of your hands at the time, to learn all the areas, to then learn price per square foot, is it an investment, is it good, is it bad, difference, I can only imagine.
But even driving around in the hired car that I had at the time, like, the roads seemed like a maze. And I remember even the petrol station's just over there, but actually to get to it, you got to drive 15 minutes and go right around that. And I remember the fuel tank being that low, I had to turn the AC off, and I'm in my suit that I bought from the UK that
you brought loads of suits over.
yeah, exactly.
Ready.
And then it basically the pressure was building up. And to start with, I wasn't showing it, but in the end, for the first time, I was like, Christie, I just don't feel right. And it turned out that it was the start of anxiety as well.
Wow.
So there was just a lot of pressure. Obviously, we've got the 1-year-old baby, Henry, and it was like, I was like, shit, have I made the right
decision?
Yeah, because the pressure was mounting, and we weren't living no glamorous lifestyle either. No. You know, we did sell our house and we did have a fair bit of money put away, so that did help. But
it goes so quickly here.
So quickly. And do you know the thing is, I think it's great to have you on to even speak about this type of story, because I think a lot of people don't actually ever speak about the start. They always, you come to Dubai and you always see the end. Yeah. If people know your story now, I lived in a bloody shared apartment with Timbuktu, they all got arrested. There was such a story behind it, but like no one ever sees that. They only see the success. They only see the highlights. Yeah. People are so scared to share that part. Yeah, yeah. So to hear you guys came from a studio, and now I know you've just bought an amazing property in Dubai Hills is fantastic. Like, it's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
So then after you got into the depression stage, did you leave real estate straight away?
So I left. I'd done about a month there. Then I left, and then I was like, I remember Christie saying to me, like, you can't leave, like, we don't have a job. So then I went back, and I went back for like 2 days, and the same thing was happening again, shaking. I was vaping at the time. I'm someone that don't even smoke. And I done 2 days, and then I left, and then that was it. Yeah. And for the next 6 months, I was extremely depressed, wasn't I? And that was when Christie ended up getting a job before me, didn't you? Yeah. Well, not before me, but the first paying job anyway before me.
Because I was hairdressing and makeup artist in the UK. Amazing. So it was very easy for me to get into it here, and it was going to the hotels, and I got a little job in the salon. So
lovely.
It was a bit of a swap, because since having Henry, it was Jamie the provider. So we just kind of swapped roles for a bit. But that's what you do.
Do you know what? That's probably why you're still together, because I think a lot of people in this day and age, the roles are not shifted, but people always think it's only one person should provide the rest person. So the fact that you've been able to shift roles, and my granny used to always tell me, it's not one person, it's always like you have to shift. If someone's down, they give 80%, they give 20%. Absolutely, it's not always 50-50. Yeah. And that's probably why you've been able to now build these 2 successful businesses in Dubai, because you've always been able to play off each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Working as a team.
We definitely do work as a team.
100%. So then you went into hairdressing. You had your 6 months. Then did you get your job?
So after 6 months, I was seeing counsellors and stuff, trying to work out what was wrong with me, so I could sort of get myself back on my feet and start working again. So the big turning point for me was giving up alcohol.
Oh, really?
I've not drunk now for maybe 4.5, 5 years.
That's fantastic. I think so many people are doing that now. There's such a craze to it. And do you know I think I read a statistic that the most launched drinks now are like non-alcoholic. Yeah. Mocktails,
we've
beers,
started getting
wine.
involved in them, haven't you?
I haven't drank since December, so.
Really? It's great. I love going to Spinneys here, and that you don't see any alcohol. That you just pick up there's no temptation. You pick up a wine that's got no alcohol in it.
No alcohol, but other overpriced stuff.
There's some really nice alternatives now, though.
There's great alternatives, but I'm really interested in that space. I love a drink more than anyone, but I'm so easy. We've all been on a night out together. We can stand and dance all night completely sober. I can be wrecked, I can be sober, and I can still have such a good night. So I've got such a big thing on that area of the industry that I'm like, that's amazing. And I think more and more people now are seeing the effects of what alcohol does to them.
There's massive benefits to it, Laura, and I think if people were willing to give it a long-term go, they would realise actually they're really powerful and they're really good. Whereas the alcohol, yes, in the short term it gives you something, but it also pulls you back plenty, and it can affect your mental health, and it was definitely affecting mine. So I ended up giving up the alcohol. And then a week later, I come up with the idea of starting Pro Clean AC.
Amazing.
So it's a very close time from giving up alcohol, or being depressed for 6 months, giving up alcohol, and then a week later, somehow I'm starting a business. So I put a lot of it down to that. 100%. And I'm relentless on it now. I'm just,
You wouldn't even give it a thought, though. Jamie doesn't even drink the non-alcoholic beers. I'm still very much looking for alternatives,
Christie will
you're
tell
just
you,
not.
what my favourite drink is. What's my favourite drink?
Sparkling water, ice
I
and
love
lemon.
sparkling water. I drink it
That's
like
it.
there's no tomorrow.
That's it. Yeah, I just drink sparkling water.
That's
all
always
the
It's the
time.
best drink.
Yeah, yeah.
It is the best drink.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. And had you ever had a past experience within AC? Because now I know you were originally a hairdresser, and I remember I first met you, I was like, I know what you do because you remind me of my family. And I know how you've got into Havie Moon now, which is the best hairdressing salon in Dubai Hills.
Thank you.
It's the best. I love it.
Thank you.
But how did you get into AC? How did you know what to do?
In the UK, I was a plumber by trade
Ah, right. Okay.
for like 15, 16 years. And I also done AC installation. So I was good with my hands. And it was very easy just to fall into that. I thought I was a salesman, and maybe I am, but not in the real estate environment. I don't know, I like to be hands-on and I like to do things with my hands. And initially, I was there cleaning the AC.
Oh, wow.
Probably for 6 months. And then the business got to a point where the phone was ringing so much and getting so many WhatsApps that I had to take a step back and then start hiring more people so that I could sit in an office and take bookings whilst the guys out there cleaning.
Of course. And you know, it's really interesting you got into that 7 years ago, because now especially I'm seeing more and more English, UK tradesmen, European tradesmen that are moving here, and they're it's a traditional tradesman back in the UK. They're now seeing there's such a demand in Dubai for a UK tradesman.
Yeah,
Someone to get on the phone and speak to them and be like, hi, is this what you do? Because although all the other ethnicities are fantastic at their job, there is a bit of a language barrier. So you probably don't understand what they're saying is wrong with it, and you keep calling them back.
And a
they're like,
hygiene barrier lots of times.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but that is the
genuinely,
reality.
Like, I remember I moved into a villa 2 years ago, and I walked in and there was hundreds of tradesmen on the floor eating rice with their food. The place must have been about 52 degrees. It was midsummer, and I was like, we're not moving in here in a week. There's food everywhere. It's 52 degrees. This is not achievable. But I guess it is, because half the time they work like no other. They work night and day in Dubai. There is no
Yeah, I think
turn off.
everyone that comes here have got quite a big intention just to work really hard.
Yeah,
There is opportunity for all.
Yeah.
But Dubai was missing maybe a British standard of service.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And then you've now had that 7 years, that'll be nearly?
No.
Or 5 years?
No, 5 years now.
5 years?
Yeah, not even 5 years actually. So
Really?
how long we've been in Dubai for?
5 years in March.
Yeah, so the business has been going 4.5 years.
Amazing. And now it's just going strength to strength. Well, look at all the developments that are handing over.
Well,
Everyone needs an AC.
Exactly. Dubai is booming as an economy, so we're just riding the wave, offering a good service with it. So
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then how did you end up stepping into Havie Moon? So that was 2 years later, and you got into Dubai Hills at the most perfect time ever now, because it's virtually more or less impossible
that
to
was
get
my
in there.
wife's idea.
Yeah,
Amazing.
so obviously at the start it was Jamie cleaning, me on the invoices, which is hilarious because I'm terrible at admin or anything like that. But we were making do, and then we moved to Dubai Hills and ProClean grew, and I definitely wasn't needed anymore. So I wanted something of my own, really.
Amazing.
We saw
ProClean AC was looking for an office in Dubai Hills. Okay?
Oh, really?
So ProClean was out there looking for an office. Gary Allen, as you know,
Yeah.
as we all know,
Mr. Dubai Hills.
he showed me a retail unit in one of the buildings in Dubai Hills, the Pinnacle.
Yeah.
And I went in there, looked at it, I was like, I like this. This is going to be ProClean's office. So then I showed
I
Christie.
got the photos through and I was like, no, I want something in there.
She wanted something of her
want
own.
something,
So then that's how it started.
I didn't even know.
Well,
that
no,
was
initially
what.
it was ProClean AC one side and
Well, that was
Havie
when
Moon
you
the
were
other, but
trying
it just
to
wasn't big
stretch it a
enough, you
little
know.
It wasn't big enough. And do you know what I really want to touch on as well? Havie Moon really, really focus on wellness and being and spirituality, which honestly is a major, what would I say? It's a major, like, everyone's into it now, especially in Dubai. We all work like dogs.
Yeah.
We don't have 9 to 5 jobs. Everyone in Dubai is here to make themselves. They know they're the co-creator of their life. They know they're here to better themselves. And I think that's the reason Dubai accelerates itself for people, business and personally, is because people are here and they want it. Whereas in most countries now, people are just happy with the status quo. Here, no one wants
No.
it because of the people they hang around. And you've now, obviously, I'm guessing it's probably stemmed a bit from you. You've came from Ibiza to have this salon that's not even just hairdressing. It's about your mental and physical appearance. And Havie Moon is probably one of the best positions for it because it's near the biggest green park in Dubai. It's near Dubai Hills, which is now the huge community that everyone wants to live in, which is central. 3 years ago, you were probably taking a big risk there because people were saying, is it going to be what everyone says it's going to be?
It felt like a huge risk, didn't it? An absolutely huge risk because
we put all of our money into that salon.
Everything we'd made from Pro Clean went straight to that.
Really?
Because it's not a rented building, so we took a big investment on it. But we believed in ourselves to make.
For the actual concept was very easy because it felt like just me.
Yeah.
Obviously, with my background, hair, makeup, and the holistic side of it was what I was passionate about and what I'd grown to love over the years. So that side of things felt easy, and the design and everything was obviously just...
It's gorgeous.
The project manager made it easy as well, didn't it?
Yeah, I just say what I like.
2 months
done.
from shell and core to finished opening day.
It had to be open as soon as possible because we had to start earning money.
Of course, and now look at it. It's probably one of the busiest salons I've been in. I cannot get an appointment. I watch them like, please. It's great though. And do you know the thing is, you'll be so happy you bought that because the rental unit spaces now in Dubai Hills could have potentially put a business under if they're not going to be doing a high turnaround of hair, makeup and everything else that a service provides. So at the time it was probably a huge risk, but that risk now exceeds the reward you've obtained.
Well, that is exactly it. Moving to Dubai with a 1-year-old baby with no jobs is a risk. Taking out this payment plan on this salon, we didn't have any experience. Well, you didn't have any experience in the sense of owning your own business in that side of it. So. And the same with me. Like I love doing plumbing and installing the AC in the UK, but I never did I have 50 people working for me in the UK. And I've learned as I've grown and gone along, and just silly things like SEO, you know, I know exactly what that is and I know how important it is. But when I was in the UK, I was in maybe a small confined bubble, but Dubai has definitely allowed me and Christie to grow. And
100%. I mean, that's the thing. It's your network's your net worth here. And I'm sure all the people that you know probably go for dinner with without even realising who your kids go to school with, the people that come through and the apartments you clean, these are all people that are here to better themselves and accelerate themselves. And it only just shows you're a product of your environment. And Dubai is huge on this.
Yes.
You get opportunities here that come to you every single day that you don't even realise that are going to be presented with you. And the next thing you know, you're sitting speaking to someone that's a multi-millionaire or a billionaire and over a coffee. It's crazy how much the place really accelerates.
I guess the people that are here that have left their home country have left because they're seeking a better life, you know. So you would say that they're willing to do more than lots of the others. So, and that allows people to be successful. Amazing.
And do you know the thing is, it's funny, you've both probably not even realised, you've probably got the most needed businesses ever. If a recession hits, people still need their hair done. People still go get their hair done. And people still need their air cleaning done. Like they're probably the most relentless businesses for two people that seem so relentless and have came up through the opportunity, come to Dubai, and you've given it a great go. Jesus, from a studio now to getting your first villa and having 2 successful businesses. What would you say the best thing that Dubai has provided you?
Just the opportunity, I suppose.
Well, lifestyle. We live a very high quality of life. When you look around, you know, you've got everything you could possibly need, particularly in Dubai Hills. There is everything there, you know. Crazy. So the quality of life is.
I think you just need to be prepared. For anyone thinking to come, just be prepared. You are taking a step back to take huge steps forward.
100%.
But you have to be patient and expect that. It's not going to be glamorous from the minute you arrive. You have to work for it, but it's worth the wait.
100%. And that's the thing, as we've said already, people just see the end results. People don't see the apartments, the hard working hours. They only see the nice holidays, the houses, the glitz and glam. And Dubai, I tell you right now, I had a conversation last night that probably now in Dubai more than ever, you've got the seriously rich that are looking to better themselves. They're looking to take every opportunity, buy the balls, run with it, stick with it. It's only their vision. And then you get some people that just come here and they think it's going to be great. And then before they know it, they're on a flight home.
Yeah.
It's
we were close to it. We were definitely close to it.
we've got Henry and we've got Havana. So Christie fell pregnant as well at the time when I wasn't working, and we was actually, well, I don't know if Christie knows this or not.
We had a conversation. Like, this is a good opportunity to kind of go back without too much judgment, because it's like, oh, we've got a baby coming.
We want to have the second baby in the UK, and the only reason we was thinking that is because we
thought we were failing. We thought we weren't going to make it.
We were looking for a reason to go back home, because we was that close, but we managed to turn it around now. So.
And you've turned it around fantastic. And how, obviously you've got two businesses that are completely different. How do you get everyone on board with the vision? Because obviously you had a vision, and bloody hell, it's been a strong vision before all the curveballs life's thrown at you to continue to go at it. How have you been able to get both of your businesses on the vision? Yours is obviously holistic, really concentrating on the inner self. I'll start with you first then, the inner self, everyone looking beautiful from the inside out. How do you get all your staff on board to be like, this is what we're giving, so every customer sees the same?
Well, you said it yourself. Everyone is looking for that now, especially here in Dubai. We all want the best from ourselves. And it actually does link with Pro Clean, although they seem completely different. Pro Clean is to have healthier air, to breathe healthier air, and to live a healthier life. And Havie Moon is the same. You're looking after yourself. You're looking after your body, your mind, and 100%. Your soul.
It just shows that you've obviously got such a strong why that you probably don't even realise between the pair of you.
A strong what, sorry?
A why.
Yeah.
So I always say people always have a why in life, whether it be, I've got my why in life, and everything I do, whether it be business, people I meet, there's always a why that's underlining. And you probably both don't realise you do realise that this why is in everything you do, because you've now set up two businesses which are all about being better, healthier lifestyle, having a business which is be able to make people better. So it just shows that everything, whatever you do in life, if you have a strong why, it comes out in everything you do without even realising.
Definitely.
And how do you get all your team within Pro Clean to know that obviously you've got different nationalities working for you? How do you get everyone working from the same page?
I think you need to be a good leader, really. And Christie will probably tell you, I probably, considering how far the business has progressed, I'm still very hands-on with it.
It's the best place.
Too hands-on. It's sometimes a discussion. But I think it's important to be a good leader.
100%.
And show that you care, you know. Like, for example, with the recent floods and the rain and stuff, like we've had people sleeping in the salon. We've had guys showering at our villa because they've got no DIWA, you know, and we don't need to do that. And I don't think some business owners would probably do that. But in actual fact, I care about all of my staff.
Of course.
They might not know it, but I try to tell them as much as possible, because I do. At the end of the day, they're working hard for me, and it's only right that I should care about them, because 100%. If someone's working hard, why wouldn't you care about them? And at the end of the day, they're giving us the lifestyle that we could only dream of. So
I know.
We do care. We look after them.
Yeah.
I love them. I love my ladies. I don't know about you, guys. I love my ladies.
Some might not care about us, but we don't have no room for them. You know, 100%. They can. Yeah.
But you know, the thing is, they'll end up working you for forever. Yeah. And see, if you lead by example and lead from the front, they'll only ever give you, I think, the best to their ability, because they know that you're not asking them to do anything that you would ask them to do something yourself.
Exactly.
So I think that's amazing, especially in Dubai. I think, do you know, I was speaking to a few English people, and I think over the last 5 years, you'll have seen it yourself, definitely more than even I will, being here longer than me. More people are moving here. They're setting up businesses. They want this better life. But there's a lot of businesses that come in and out, and they're away and back within 6 months. There's a newer place. There's a better place. There's a new bar. There's a new restaurant, blah, blah, blah. But in Dubai, and I don't know, you're probably a bit like me. I'm all about, I'm from a family business, personal touch. And I think this is where a lot of the businesses are continuing to go. They're continuing to flourish, is if you have that personal touch, you provide it, you remember their names, you're going over to speaking to them. Remember the smallest things. And I think in the past, when Dubai was just this machine, people didn't need to really have the personal touch, because it was all tourists, it was all people coming in and out for contractual work. Now people are living here, bringing families up, grandparents. You need the personal touch, that they remember you, that then you become like the family accountant, the family lawyer, the family realtor. And it's all about that personal touch that you guys will now have. People getting their ear con done. You'll be passed around to a full family, especially with the sheiks. I mean, there's hundreds of them. But do you know what I mean? Everything now, it's all about the personal touch to make your business get to that next stage.
Stand out.
100%.
Yeah, for Pro Clean's business as well, it's about doing the simple things right. Like being a British tradesman myself, or previously, arriving on time, good communication, something I said earlier on, good hygiene.
Yeah.
Like get these 3 things right and you're already in front of the majority already. And that's why we've been able to scale as fast as we have. So
it's amazing. And if you were to do it all again, would you do anything different?
I wish I started it sooner, to be honest.
Yeah,
with you.
Really?
moved here sooner.
Everyone says this.
For sure. I would be a little bit more careful who I trusted in business. As I say, I love a bit hard, wear my heart on my sleeve, and what you see is what you get, and not everyone is the same.
Not at all.
So I have been burnt in business already, even in the couple of years Havie Moon's been open.
Do you know what? I think it's just that you get that everywhere. You don't just get it in Dubai, you get it absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's probably a little bit more so in Dubai because it's not like in the UK you can do a little bit of a background. Oh, my family knows that family, or this person says this. In Dubai, it's people from all around the world, people from different parts of places. You don't know anything about them. And we're probably so used to the UK culture being like, oh, it's fine. They'll do what they're saying. And you come here and a lot of people don't, because there is no loyalty, there's no trust, there's no nothing. They could leave tomorrow and get on a flight and never see them again.
We're judging everyone by our standards.
100%.
Which perhaps
everyone's not as honest as probably we are.
Yeah, isn't always the best idea.
Of course.
But lessons learned anyway.
Lessons learned, and you can't change. I don't want to change too much. You know, I am what I am. I'm that sort of person.
Exactly. It's something you just have to grow with, isn't it? And I mean, definitely with your story, Dubai has pushed you both probably to the absolute limits and back. But now you'll be able to start this amazing life and grow it for your children that they'll not even know any difference.
Oh, no.
I keep making a joke with Henry, so he's going to be the Saudi AC cleaning prince.
Oh, amazing.
And he actually says it and he laughs as well, because obviously Saudi is a place that is like getting there on the level with Dubai, and it's much bigger, and there's obviously lots of AC units there as well.
It's
so
huge.
Maybe he'll be there in the future, but it's up to him, his choice.
They don't know any different, the children, do they?
They
Havana
won't.
was born in Dubai Hills.
Oh,
She's
really?
only been to the UK on 2 trips. So, yeah, they don't know how lucky they are
They
to have
don't
such
at
a
all.
fantastic
Yeah.
life.
And they don't. And do you know the thing is, like, going back to the Saudi, so many people are now moving to Saudi. There's so much opportunity there. We're about 20 years behind Dubai.
Yeah.
Dubai, no one believed in it. Let's be serious.
Yeah.
Years ago, people were like, oh, it's just Dubai, whatever. Now Dubai is getting put in the same sentence as your London, America.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, that people now believe in it. So Saudi is getting that trust quicker.
Yeah.
But you having kids here, this is something I really want to touch on. So many people used to say, oh, I wouldn't have kids in Dubai. And now everyone wants to have their kids in Dubai.
Yeah.
You got to walk around Dubai Hills Park with the baby.
We're so safe. At
It's
the
so
end. It's something
safe.
that we're not touched on, like compared to the UK and I'm sure other countries, it is so safe. You know, there is some things that happen, but it's far superior safety-wise than most places in the
Of
world.
course.
The best place to raise children.
I can imagine. And I bet, what did you even do when you had your baby? Did you go to all the classes?
Oh
It must have been loads.
Oh, it was just COVID then. It was just coming
was
out of
it?
COVID. So we went to King's in Dubai Hills, had the baby, and then very shortly after that was when we moved to Dubai Hills, because we were
I think
in
she
the
was
marina
like 2
before
weeks
that.
old, wasn't she?
She was 2 weeks, and we moved into that villa. So I didn't really know, I wasn't doing the baby classes.
Oh, yeah.
I probably would maybe if I was doing it again now.
Yeah.
We did them the first time, didn't we?
But yeah, at that point, no one was really mixing.
Because COVID was such a scary time.
Yeah.
COVID, I can't believe COVID was 4 years ago, if I'm honest. It feels like yesterday sometimes, and it feels years ago. So much has changed. Tell me, when you had a baby in Dubai Hills, is it true they come out with like cakes and sandwiches? Tell me this. This is another thing people
I feel
won't
like I
realise.
didn't have this experience, but perhaps it was because of COVID.
Oh, really?
So, but no, I've been told you can get menus for your nails, your hair,
Yeah.
beautiful
Epidurals.
food.
Genuinely, I've heard all of this.
Have it
I can't
all.
wait to have a child in Dubai.
It's basically holiday.
Yeah, it sounds like a holiday and a brunch.
Yeah.
Like you choose
Yeah.
everything. But I've never actually, well, I know
Brunch
a
and
few
baby.
people- yeah, brunch and baby. I've not heard of anyone that I've spoken to directly yet that's had a baby. I want to know all of them, because I keep seeing different Instagrams and hear she stories and I'm like, I need to see this because
I think they do take care of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when my mum had my little sister and it was not like that. I remember my dad was screaming at the nurse being like, where's the epidural? Where's the child? So I think it'll be a breeze over here.
Yeah, I think in the UK it's savage, have a baby, leave.
In and out.
Yeah, within the
You're
day.
paying for
Within
it
the
at
day,
end
isn't
of the
it?
day, aren't you? Be it through your medical or like we didn't have medical.
We didn't have medical insurance, so we had to pay
Oh,
to have the
wow.
baby
Yeah.
to have Havana,
Yeah.
which I can't remember how much was at the time,
I
but
do.
a lot.
Worth it though.
Yeah, I mean, what option do you have? You're not going to have her at home. Get this baby out. And I'd had a C-section with Henry, an emergency, so they had to do a C-section again. So, I would just say it was lovely.
It
It was fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I'm a good person to ask just because of the time.
Of course.
But I would like to know someone's experience now.
Yeah, so would I. I would
Are
love
they
to
getting
know
a
it.
pedicure the day
Yeah.
after?
I would
on the
absolutely
bed?
love to know. I'm really intrigued. I'm going to ask everyone that who's had a child in Dubai
Yeah.
because it does seem so glamorous. So glamorous. And if anyone was to ever start a business in Dubai, what would be your main tips?
Seek advice from people that have already done it.
Best bit of advice I've heard.
Yeah.
100%.
So we had a friend that was already living here. He had his own business. Gary Stern. He won't mind me mentioning him. He was very influential in helping us get going, and he was all for it.
He actually, having a good friend does help. He actually put our first apartment in his name because at the time we didn't even have visas. We were doing border runs
Yeah.
back and forth.
I've been there, done
Plenty
that.
of border runs.
Everyone does it.
Yeah.
I think this is all the little parts that everyone forgets.
Yeah.
The border
Yeah.
runs, getting the apartment.
Yeah.
This is all the minor.
Now we got drivers, but before we were doing border runs.
Yeah.
Now you're like, come on, and he's picked up here. No, don't even need a crew. My driver's outside.
Yeah.
Just shows how much changes and when it happens when you stick at it.
Yeah.
And if you were to say to anyone setting up a hair salon in Dubai, is it the same as the UK? Is it different?
Well, I didn't
Oh, did you not?
No, I didn't own a salon back in the UK, so I wouldn't know. I would say it's been tougher than what I thought it was going to be, but it's been fantastic to get to know the community and the group of women. It's good.
It's amazing. I think everyone in Dubai is a bit addicted to having their hair blow dried, having their nails done,
Yeah.
having their
I
eyebrows.
That's a
would
good
say
thing,
that
though.
I think
Genuinely.
in the UK they're not as maybe Dubai. You want to look
Yeah.
good. You're going to the beach clubs. You're going to the restaurants. So
100%. It's a part of the
Everyone wants
weekly
it.
routine. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on and giving us your story.
Thank you for
It's been
inviting
great.
us.
Thank you.
It's
Thanks
been
for having
really
us.
great.